Welcome to today's celebration of Loyola University New Orleans Class of 2021. The presidential party will now enter, headed by Father Justin Daffron, carrying the university mace. According to academic custom, the president marches at the end of the procession, attired in the university ceremonial robe and wearing her chain of office. Graduates and honored guests, the chair of the Loyola New Orleans Board of Trustees, Mr. Dennis Cuneo.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I want to welcome all of you to our ceremony this afternoon, and I want to offer our congratulations to our graduates. I first joined the board 14 years ago, right after Katrina, and that was a traumatic and disruptive event for this university and for the students at that time. This graduating class has suffered through its own version of Katrina, the pandemic. In March of last year, when New Orleans was at the epicenter of the pandemic, you were told to pack up your bags and head home. Overnight, you went from in-person to online classes. When you returned in the fall, you had to wear a mask, you had to wash your hands multiple times a day, you had to maintain your social distance. At times, you were in isolation. Some of you caught the disease and had to deal with the symptoms. Some of you lost loved ones. And all of you had to deal with the fear and the sorrow, the stress, the uncertainty, and the anxiety caused by the pandemic. But through determination and grit, you toughed it out. And we're here today to celebrate that and to celebrate your graduation. Now, graduations are joyous events, but under the circumstances, this one is special. I don't think any of us will forget it. So why don't you give yourselves a hand for all that you've been through and for being here today. And then I'd like you to give it up for your friends and family who are sitting in the audience today and who've supported you through this. So you now join 50,000 living alumni of this university, and I urge you throughout the years to stay connected with your classmates. I graduated from the law school 45 years ago. When I entered the law school, I was newly married, and my wife Bonnie and I were from out of town, and we made friends with 3 other couples. Throughout the past 45 years, we've remained friends with those couples. We attend each other's children's weddings. We stay in touch on a regular basis. And there's an old German proverb that old friends, like old wine, are best. So we can all be thankful for our Jesuit education here at Loyola, but we should also treasure the friendships that we made here, and I hope yours last as long as mine. Now, if I can ask the president to indulge me, I'd like to depart from script. You know, one thing I miss past year, no Mardi Gras. I ride in Bacchus, I couldn't ride. I suppose most of you missed Mardi Gras, right? Well, I'm here today and I've got a mask, I've got a costume, and I'm on this stage that could maybe, resemble a float. All I need is a few beads. Look what I found. Surprise. So. So that was fun. But now I have to get to the serious part of the ceremony because I know you are waiting to get your degrees. So as chair of the Board of Trustees, it is my honor to formally start the program with these words. Here now in the presence of the candidates for the degree, members of the faculty, staff, and administration, alumni, board members, and guests and friends of Loyola University New Orleans, the commencement of our 109th year is now called to order. Thank you.
Please stand for our invocation given by Father Justin Daffron, Vice President for Mission and Identity. Please remain standing for the national anthem being performed by Isabella Vanderhoof, an accomplished vocalist and Master of Music degree candidate from the College of Music and Media.
To my right in the University Mace, behind me in the University Shield, on your gowns and on our program, we see the wolves in the cauldron, one of the most important symbols of the university that traces its origins back to the Loyola family in the Basque region of Spain. The legend is that the hospitality was so generous in the Loyola household that the animals did not even go for want. Everyone always left well fed. We know, graduates, that you have been well fed in this Loyola community, and it is our good God that is the source of every blessing. And so as we initiate these commencement exercises, let us pause and call to mind that it is our good God that gathers us this day. Loving God, as we gather today to celebrate the graduates of the class of 2021 of Loyola University New Orleans, we call upon your Holy Spirit to bless our commencement exercises. Ground us in deeper gratitude for the ways that you have been present in the lives of our Loyola graduates who have accepted the call to be men and women for and with others in the Jesuit tradition. Strengthen our faith so we may believe the joy we feel today is your divine presence flowing in our midst, and we may come to see you more clearly in the midst of the experiences of daily life. Sustain us through hope so we might use our courage and creativity to transform our world more according to your vision of a kingdom that pursues justice for all and elevates the least. Bless us with the knowledge that within this arena today, your love is incarnate in the Loyola community. We offer this prayer in your most holy name, our one true God who lives and reigns both now and forever and ever. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Now we present a special salute to you, the class of 2021, and some congratulatory words from a few of your fans. That moment when you officially become a Loyola University New Orleans graduate, it's a big deal. And over here, we like to celebrate really big deals. You've had quite a year, class of 2021. One day, you're chilling on campus, enjoying university life. The next day, boom, a pandemic hits. Everybody's lives are turned upside down. The whole world went crazy. But y'all didn't let distance and masks and isolation drag you down. Nah, that's not for you. You adjusted quickly, maintained the spirit and faith, and lifted each other up to get to this moment, this very big deal. Sure, the celebration may look a little different, more intimate, quiet, reflective, but the joy of it all, it's still the same. Because you deserve it. You studied hard and you pushed yourself. You made lifelong friends. You trusted yourself and took bold chances on your education. You even traveled the world, all while practicing strict pandemic guidelines. You won so many awards, it's hard to keep count. And you grew into the leaders you are today. You learned to think critically, to speak truth, and to act radically with love. You became the Jesuit-educated human you sought out to be when you first got to Loyola. That is reason enough to celebrate. So seniors, we salute you for being brave and brilliant and getting to this moment, this very big deal, your graduation from Loyola. Get used to hearing "I'm so proud of you," because you're going to be hearing it a lot.
Hello, it's John Baptiste, and I want to say congratulations, Loyola. It's amazing. You made it. You made it all the way through, and you're in Louisiana, my home, and I know y'all having a great time. I know there's a lot of emotions in the air, but you know, we're in a strange time, but don't let that discourage you. We have a whole lot to look forward to, and you are the future. We're looking to you And I know that y'all are gonna come up with some amazing things. I know there's dreams that are in your heart and thoughts in your mind to expand and grow, and you have your tribe with you, and you're gonna get more people and gather those people into your tribe and just continue to do your thing. I remember the days when I was in the summer jazz program at the university and felt this sort of, this feeling of life being endless and so many things ahead of me that I could imagine for myself. And I know that you must have a similar feeling in this moment. I was a little younger than you guys at that time, but I just remember my life and how it's so much that's happening. So much has happened in a short time, and so much will continue to happen as long as we're blessed to be here. So let's take in this moment right now, and I just want to hear y'all through my iPad right here scream to the top of your lungs and relish this moment on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah! All right now, that's it. That's it. That's the feeling. That's the feeling. Stay in that. Stay on that vibration. Till next time, thank you so much. And I'm going to catch you on the flip.
Hello, New Orleans! Hello, Wolfpack! I think this is how you do it. I'm Eva Longoria. I'm doing the Wolfpack thing. I'm so excited to join you and your families today as you celebrate this milestone in your lives. I mean, quite honestly, in the lives of our nation. After a year of being separated from each other, moments like this remind us that we're all stronger together when we're gathered and we're celebrating and we're supporting one another, when we're opening the door to opportunity and to the future for each other. That is the true meaning of the American dream, and it's a place where we can all prosper. It's the inheritance that we leave to each other generation after generation, to always be a person for others, to notice and care for others, to put our own needs aside and instead give of ourselves. That's the way I was raised. I'm so happy that's what you guys were taught. That ability to embrace the beauty of the human spirit in what we all need today more than ever, especially at a moment where it feels like our world is so divided. You are going to help that. You're going to help create unity because of your experience here at Loyola. And years from now, you may not remember my words, you're not going to remember what I said, but I want you to stop and look around you and remember the way you feel right now. And I hope that you remember that you're important. And class of 2021, you were very special because in the midst of one of the greatest crises humanity has ever faced, you persevered, you succeeded, you did it. And from this day forward, you will be different. And it's not because of a piece of paper that you're getting today, but because of the lessons that you learned from each other. So class of 2021, congratulations to all of you and to your family and your friends who got you through this journey year after year. Congratulations, have faith, be kind to others. Congrats.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 17th President of Loyola University, New Orleans, Tanya Tetlow.
It is not easy to follow Eva Longoria or John Baptiste, who composed a song for you all, but I want you to know that this is the fourth and final time I'm giving this speech, so you guys are gonna get the very best version of it, all right? You did it. Through global pandemics, hurricanes, and some of you even surviving organic chemistry, you did it. Congratulations, class of 21. And you didn't do it alone. I want to ask the graduates to look around at their loved ones here in the stands and to wave at those watching on live stream from home. I can feel the waves of love coming down from these stands, from the parents and all the people who acted as parents, the siblings, the meemaws and pop-pops and aunties, the families you were born to, and also the families that you chose, the neighbors and coaches and adopted uncles. Some of you have spouses here who believed in you, and even children who were patient with you most of the time. These are the people who invested their hopes and dreams and sometimes their life savings in you. Some of them literally moved mountains out of your way. Many of them made it their life's work to give you opportunities that they never had themselves. They refused to let you quit. They bucked up your courage at the lowest moments. Their belief in you helped you believe in yourself. Graduates, can you stand up, turn around, and tell them how you feel about them? Exactly, you are welcome. Sit down. Now, I'm about to wax poetic about Loyola and its beautiful campus, but I want to start by speaking to our fully online graduates, some of whom are here with us today and have never actually even seen our campus. Most of you came back to college after decades of being away, or you started college for the very first time at 40 instead of 18, or you finally came back to get that graduate degree that you've dreamed of. And you did it while juggling full-time jobs and kids and life. One of the things that made me happy during the whole crisis was the thought of how many people, including all of these graduates, learned how serious online education is, and also what it's like to do that kind of multitasking when you are trying to take a class while your child is climbing on your head and sometimes you have to escape to the bathroom for a little privacy. The sheer gumption of what you've achieved blows me away. And do you know who was also an untraditional student who went to college and middle-aged? St. Ignatius of Loyola. So for all of you who understood it's never too late to pursue your dreams, congratulations. You teach us the very Jesuit lesson to love learning every day for the rest of your lives, to never give that up. For the rest of you, those who came to university in a more traditional way, you now have these permanent and visceral memories of Loyola, of the red brick Gothic buildings, the sound of the holy name bells, the smell of an afternoon thunderstorm. Can you remember how you felt when you first arrived here those years ago, lining up after convocation for the photo and the horseshoe, walking around that student activity expo and trying to figure out if we had twice as many student groups as we do actual students, and deciding whether you wanted to join Christian Fellowship or the Quidditch team or maybe both? Many of you lived in the luxury accommodations of Beaver and Buddick, learning critical skills of how best to decorate cinder block. You reveled in warm New Orleans winters, interrupted by Loyola's own version of snow, slipping around in the chopped ice with all of those little kids flocking to join you. You dodged so many hurricanes, so many, and in true Loyola fashion, then always raised money for those hit hardest by them. You looked around at the striking diversity of your class, which is the very best thing about Loyola, and you found your people. But most of you also reached out to find people different than you, to have conversations late in the night about what it's like to grow up on a farm or in a suburb or in a crowded neighborhood in Queens. You listened with open hearts about the lived experience of a race different than your own, about the wisdom of faiths different than your own. Some of you suddenly understood that you actually grew up with more than most people have. Some of you came and understood that you grew up with less than your peers had, and you all had to process your feelings about that. You learned from each other's different joys and pains, but ultimately, how much you had in common when you least expected it. It turns out that opportunities like this are rare, and you will have to work harder in the rest of your life not to be isolated with friends that only come from your neighborhood or only come from your profession. But you learned here how much that is worth it, of how much richer your life is, and I hope that you will cling to these friendships and to many new ones. Loyola brought you, or for some of you, kept you in New Orleans, a city that wants one thing, for you to be yourself, your truest and most authentic self. New Orleans is not the kind of place where you buy a costume off the rack. You have to design it and create it yourself. And actually many of them, because we have so many times a year that we wear costumes. New Orleans wants you to think outside of the box, but also tear the box apart and use duct tape and make a box costume and then find a crew of other people who like box costumes and maybe have a crew of cardboard and start a parade. That's just who we are. And so when you came to Loyola, New Orleans, you chose a university that wanted you to be you, but the very best version of you. To recognize all of the incredible gifts that God has showered on you, and to know that these gifts are not for you. They don't make you better than anyone else. They are a responsibility. To use your brilliant logic to solve problems, your creativity to make people feel empathy about someone different than themselves, your leadership skills to inspire others to do better. You have to find your voice, but also to practice hundreds of hours until your voice can fill a room and be distinctive. And in most schools, I would be saying that as a metaphor, but many of you literally did that at Loyola in our music program. And so for years now, you have been studying so hard, spending hours in the library and the lab and the practice rooms. You've led student organizations. You've published the very best college newspaper in the country. You've performed hundreds of concerts and recitals and plays a year. Our graduate students have dug even deeper into their chosen field and honed the skills they will use forever. And then life threw this epic curveball at all of us. People all over the planet have gone through the pandemic together. It's been this uniquely collective and global experience, but it's also one that impacted each of us very differently. All of us experienced disruption, anxiety, massive inconvenience, but some of you and your families went through the loss of jobs and businesses and worried about financial ruin. Some of you sitting here today lost loved ones, too many of you. But what did we learn when we went through this year of hardship together? What has this last year of Loyola been for you? I've been thinking a lot about that. It was a crisis full of tiny decisions. To stay away from friends even when you were lonely and desperate for their company. To be careful hour after hour, day after day, in exhausting ways. At Loyola, we've never had so precise a metric of how much you, our students, care about us and each other than that COVID infection rate. That metric we got every single day. And boy, do you care about us. Congratulations and thank you for all of the work that you did to make this work and to keep us safe. And here's the thing I think that we learned together. I used to think that big moral decisions came labeled as big moral decisions with a big signpost that said, heroes go this way, cowards go the other way. But they don't. Moral decisions are hidden in the smallness of everyday choices, constant little forks in the road with no signs whatsoever. At work, someday you'll have to decide whether to speak out when you think something might be wrong, but you're not sure, and surely somebody else can say something instead of you. At home, when you and your spouse are both exhausted, you'll have to decide who's going to wash the dishes, which will feel like no big deal, except collectively will determine an awful lot about your respective career opportunities. You'll have to decide whether to correct a friend who says something kind of hateful, whether to bother to attend the march when you're otherwise busy and tired. And those decisions won't feel like the moments where history is made, but it turns out that those grand historic moments, World War II or the Civil Rights Movement, were created by people just like you, making small decisions every day that added up to big ones. The pandemic reminded us that those tiny decisions we make, what we do every day, affects other people. And boy, did we get a big kick in the shins reminding us of that, when the smallest of decisions you made could actually be life or death for someone else. The crisis gave us all of these opportunities to step up to the plate. Opportunities that were always there, but suddenly seem more urgent and dramatic. And so many of you did that. You cheered up your friend stuck in quarantine. You checked on the old lady living next door to your apartment. You donated to the food bank because you really remembered that people were hungry. Can you remember for a moment how good that felt? I don't know about you, but when I did these small COVID gestures like buying my mama groceries, I just drowned in pride. I felt so good. And then in true Catholic fashion, felt guilty about how much pride I was experiencing. But what I began to realize during quarantine when doing those kind things was one of the few joys we were still allowed to have, is that God actually wired us to take pleasure in being generous and being good. And it's better than any sugar high. So one of my favorite insights of the Jesuits as they do their nightly examen is they don't ask themselves when they go over their day, was I virtuous today? They ask themselves, what felt good today? Because it turns out that doing good also feels so good, that the right moral choices are also the things that will make you happy. During the pandemic, others of you also had the opposite experience of having to accept generosity. As family finances crumbled or relatives got sick, some of you had to accept help for the very first time, and boy, is that humbling. But, and I'm going to paraphrase the Gospels here, that humility, it is your superpower. Not swagger and arrogance that we associate with power. Humility is your strength. It's the reason you will forever have empathy. The reason you'll see people struggling and you won't blame them for their struggles because you've been there. Like X-ray vision, you'll see through the trappings of status or the difficulties of poverty and forever actually recognize the humanity of every person that you meet. So if that's a gift you got this year, revel in it. We are, all of us, forever changed by this experience. We faced our worst fears. As the crisis begins to relent, I think we forget how afraid we were last spring. And I want you to know that of all the purposes of Jesuit education, the biggest one might just be courage. Courage to make use of your gifts, even when you're worried you'll fail. Courage to do the right thing, even when it costs you. I'm not asking you to be fearless. Fear is normal and actually quite healthy. Fear is what keeps you from doing stupid things like bungee jumping. You need those rational, healthy fears. But you want to get away from the ones that just stop you from achieving what you're meant to achieve in life. So the next time you're terrified to stand up and give a speech like this, and your knees are knocking, and you're sure that you're going to stumble, and you're sure that people are going to laugh at you, remember this moment. Remember that you, my friends, have something to say to the world, and the world will be better off if you say it. Graduates, there are so many things I want to say to you and not enough time. I imagine your loved ones feel the same way right now at this special moment. They wish they could just, by osmosis, give you all the advice that you need, and you wouldn't roll your eyes, but just take it in. So many mistakes that all of us have made that we wish that we could spare you. Like air conditioning units have filters that need to be changed. It took me 3 years after college to realize that. When you're writing emails for work, please use punctuation, but not too many exclamation points. Be very sparing with those. But I'll just say one last thing to all of you. I want you to take a moment right now and think of everyone in your life who ever made you feel like you didn't belong here or that you wouldn't finish. Anyone who mocked you for your race or your weight or because you were Southern or an immigrant, because of who you loved, or just because it made them feel bigger to make you feel small. And I want you to cheer right now. Are you ready? I want you to cheer right now loud enough so those people can hear you. And now I want you to forever deny them power over you. I want you to forgive them. Or if you can't quite manage that, to let it go and push those voices out of your head. I want you to lead with love. I want you to know that you have already proved by being here to the world that you are brilliant, kind, creative, and important. My friends, you are now officially Jesuit educated, full of learning, armed with courage, ready to make a difference wherever you go. So go out and set the world on fire.
And now, a vocal performance by Lillian Davis, who graduates today cum laude with a bachelor's degree in popular and commercial music. She is accompanied by Loyola piano instructor Daniel Meineke.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know what I mean. It's a new dawn, it's a That's what I mean. And this old world is a cold world and a bold world for me. And I'm feeling good. Oh, I'm feeling good. Stars when you shine, you know what I feel. Send down the pine, you know what I mean. Oh, freedom is mine, and I know what I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
Lillian, that was beautiful. Please stand and take a bow. And now, for the reason we are all here, the presentation of the 2021 candidates for graduation. The deans from each college will assist with the presentations. Please welcome Dr. Maria Calzada, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences.
President Tedlow, I have the honor to present to you the following candidates for graduation who are certified for bachelor's and master's degrees.
From the College of Arts and Sciences, for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Brianna Kalisha Adams. Stephanie Michelle Adams, cum laude. Adriana Esther Alvarez. Samantha E. Ammons, summa cum laude, University Honors, Honors in Environmental Studies. William Onkard, Jr. Giovanni Marcellus Anderson, Jr. Parker Elias Lee Anderson. Paul Blaise Antoniou, cum laude. Shane Michael Begg. Sierra Renee Berniard. Dion Aaliyah Bowers. Megan Danae Bradbury. Jemima Brady, magna cum laude. Audrey Christina Byron, cum laude. Omari Caldwell, magna cum laude. Honors in history. Isaac R. Carr. Jose Andres Castro. Samantha Lee Conway, cum laude, University Honors. Emily Marie Denvier, magna cum laude. Mairead DeRoy, summa cum laude. Daphne L. Dixon. Liam Donovan. Zachary Dowling, cum laude, University Honors. Nicole Ann Dragonetti. Freedom Fox Richardson. Kimani Cameron Perry, magna cum laude, BA Criminal Justice. Ricky Dinger, cum laude. Paradise Marie Donaldson. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Amanda Abadi, cum laude. Megan Chelsea Adamson, summa cum laude, University Honors, honors in physics. Cameron Grace Alexander. Riley Battenfield, magna cum laude. Wesley Anderson. Allie Ayers, cum laude. Hallie Bliss Barnes, summa cum laude. Anael Louisa Barao. Eleanor Margaret Basham Kelly, magna cum laude. Madison Marie Bates, cum laude. Michael James Bertrand. Claire Bordelon, magna cum laude. Noah Martin Bordelon. Sloan Martin Brignac. Quinn Truck Bui. Maya Salander. Justin Andrew Chang. Christine Victoria Chauvin, cum laude. Ye Young Cho, magna cum laude. Mary Grace Clark. James Evan Cooper. Patrick Francis Crafassi, summa cum laude, University Honors, Honors in Physics. Quinn Duc Dang. Lee Allen Dennis III, cum laude. Caitlin Ashley Densmore. Trevor Deutsch. Chloe Ann DiMaggio, magna cum laude. Simone Dominique Dowling. Savannah Christine Doyle. For the degree of Masters of Criminal Justice, Samaya J.I. Boyd. Ethel Alicia Dinval. From the College of Music and Media, for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Faith Yvonne Adams. Brittany Allen. Claire Marie Anderson, summa cum laude. Avery Christine Armand. Mackenzie Alexandra Bennett. Victoria Grace Borello. Zachary Jones Boylan, magna cum laude, University Honors.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are the candidates for graduation in the College of Arts and Sciences. These scholars have studied with distinction and they merit your applause.
Please welcome Kern Moss, Dean of the College of Music and Media.
President Tetlow, I have the honor to present to you the following candidates for graduation who are certified for bachelor's and master's degrees.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Erin Emily Brannigan, summa cum laude. Kayleen Bueso. Peter Mariano Bufo. Maria Elena Cardona Ruiz. Bailey Marie Champagne. Sophia Katerina Cristillas, cum laude, University Honors. Shelby Reese Copan, magna cum laude. Theodore Cordano, Jr. Olivia Simi Dadun. Leticia Diaz Camara. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Music, Matthew David Brazelman, cum laude. Lexi Bro. For the degree of Bachelor of Design, Mark Andrew Bauch. Allison Bringley. John Donald Caffery II, magna cum laude. Cesar Manuel Chaparro, magna cum laude. For the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts, Heaven Bless Berrier. Zontre City, magna cum laude. Megan Maureen Daves. For the degree of Bachelor of Music, Emily Margaret Acuna. Aspen Jade Barker, cum laude. Michael Gabriel Bauer, summa cum laude, University Honors. Albert Bastillo, cum laude. Cameron Michael Clark. Rachel Ann Davidson, magna cum laude, University Honors. Elizabeth Maria Devoto. Antonio Derek Domino, Jr. Max Olivier Doval, summa cum laude, University Honors. For the degree of Bachelor of Music Education, Sierra K. Bailey, magna cum laude. Brett Deacon Cole, summa cum laude. For the degree of Bachelor of Music Therapy, Michaela Marie Austin, summa cum laude. Michaela is also receiving the Bachelor of Music Education. Anais Marie Ayala, cum laude. Ángel Carrasquillo Mencia, magna cum laude. Lily Elizabeth Cox, magna cum laude. Joseph Chasten Angelette, magna cum laude. Gustavo Jose Arsuaga Jurgensen. Morgan Badarak, summa cum laude, University Honors. Benjamin Colin Berger. Christian Boxdorfer. Ariana Gabrielle Bazo, magna cum laude. Abigail Lauren Bro, cum laude. Jenna Nicole Capuchia, cum laude, University Honors. Oliver Santiago Clayton Fernandez. Nicholas Bellavance Coleman. Pamela Ann Connolly, summa cum laude. Lillian Elise Davis, cum laude. Daniela Kristen DeFrance. Amelia Ann DiFabrizio, magna cum laude, University Honors, honors in philosophy. Philip Dion IV, cum laude. Jackson Druss. Sebastian Julio Duzian, cum laude. For the degree of Master of Music, Margaret Ariel Branyon Goodman. Andrew Bergmeyer. Caitlin Blankenberg.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are the candidates for graduation in the College of Music and Media. These scholars have studied with distinction, and they merit your applause.
Please welcome Dr. Michael Capella, Dean of the College of Business.
President Tetlow, I have the honor to present to you the following candidates for graduation who are certified for associate's, bachelor's, and master's degrees.
From the College of Business, for the degree of Associate of Science, Jalon Marie Brandon, cum laude. For the degree of Bachelor of Accountancy, Michael Juan Ahern. Kyle Joseph Barden, magna cum laude. Amanda Marie Bridgeman. Paul Chu, summa cum laude, University Honors. Paul is also a recipient of the St. Ignatius Award. Sabrina Kim Dang. For the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration, Alexander Augustus Acevedo, magna cum laude, University Honors. Manuela Alban Navarrete, cum laude. Valeria Isabel Ali. Kayla Lauren Anthony. Bailey Giovanni Evangelista Barkley. Thomas Bailey Barrera. Alejandra Bedoya Tobar, cum laude. James Benjamin Benigno III, summa cum laude, University Honors. James is also receiving a Bachelor of Arts from the College of Music and Media. Stuart McNeil Kirkman Bogus, University Honors. Andrew Bybee. Galileo Andres Cabrales Aguayo. Juan Diego Cabrales Aguayo. Claire Marie Carrere. Nai Long Chung. Zachary David Cook. Anna Victoria Cordero. Margaret Crosby. Shanola Monique Cross. Kuber Datwani. Candace Dinger, cum laude. Brandon Duyon, cum laude. Amy Louise Dupont, cum laude. For the degree of Master of Business Administration, Silvio Balagas. Bethany Barnowski. Aaron Ryan Bennett. William A. Bloom, Sr. Kirby Lewis Buckles. Red Chu. Christopher James Coniglio. Elliot Downey. Bianca Kiera Thomas. For the degree of Master of Science in Marketing and Communication, Raquel Chantrell Dergans Baker.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are the candidates for graduation in the College of Business. These scholars have studied with distinction, and seeing as they are the last of our graduates, they really merit your applause.
President Tanya Tetlow will now confer degrees on Loyola's class of 2021.
Will the candidates for all degrees please stand? And if you'll indulge me for a minute, can you show the world how you're doing right now? Got it. We, the president and faculty of Loyola University, New Orleans, do hereby confer these degrees as presented today. By the public authority of the state of Louisiana, we will issue diplomas signed by our hand and confirmed by the seal of Loyola University, New Orleans. In the year of our Lord, 2021, the 245th since the establishment of the Republic, and the 109th since the chartering of the university. Congratulations, graduates. So I will send you out With a blessing, graduates, you can sit. Good and gracious God, we ask you to bless these graduates and to fill their hearts and minds with your Spirit. We pray that they will go forth to use their knowledge and skill, their wisdom and kindness to do your work. Bless the families gathered today who have raised these students, held them in their arms as babies through countless sleepless nights. Love them fiercely as they grew and learned to let them go. Bless the faculty who have mentored and taught them and who have instilled in them a lifelong curiosity born of the delight of knowing that you, Lord, are present in all things. Bless the staff who have supported, advised, fed, and cared for these students, cheered them on, and made their journey possible. Together we pray, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. May the Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. We ask this in your name. Amen. And now, let's celebrate.
That concludes Loyola University's commencement ceremony for 2021. Please remember to maintain physical distancing as you exit the arena. Congratulations, graduates.